good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. I know for the majority of today I am going to be getting all my cleaning done, so it's just a normal Monday. Honestly, my bathroom isn't that bad because I just rearranged the arrow garden, so I kind of cleaned off the bathroom counter when I was here, which was very good, and that makes my life a little bit easier today. I still need to get the shower and the rest of the normal cleaning of the bathroom done, but the counter is mostly done, so I'm happy about that. And then I need to pick everything up off of the floor and put it back and then vacuum and stuff like that. So just normal. But besides that, I honestly have no idea what I'll be doing today, but I wanted to say good morning and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a minute once I get cleaning probably. I'm almost done with all of my cleaning already, which is very nice, but I just discovered something about having this arrow garden over here. I'll actually be able to clean the top of this because as you can see, it gets really dirty, and even when I take care of my plants, I don't wipe this off. I don't know why. Also, the other little propagation that was in here did not make it, unfortunately. But yeah, as you can see, like, it gets really, really dirty because water comes out of here, so like algae grows and stuff, but I don't clean it because it's a pain to get at it. So since it's right here, literally right next to the sink, I'll actually be more likely to clean it, which is honestly pretty exciting. And also, look at all the basil that is sprouting. There is so much today. And I figure I should tell you what I'm going to clean it with. This is just a mix of rubbing alcohol and a little bit of water. I'm just going to spray it on this surface and wipe it off with a paper towel. It's the same stuff that I use to clean my plant scissors. Not perfect, but much better. Also, I find this funny. Every time I touch my tomato plant, now that it's older, it has oils that are on the ends of the hairs, and it looks like I have highlighter on my hand because of the oils. It turns bright yellow. It also smells very tomatoey. It washes right off, so it's fine. But yeah, I think it's funny because the first time I noticed it, I was like, when did I use a yellow highlighter? I don't remember doing that, and I didn't think that it could have possibly been the tomato. I have everything all cleaned now, and it feels so good in here, and being able to wipe down the arrow garden because it's closer to the sink and I actually notice it is going to be very helpful and very nice because that thing gets really gross. I know it's not completely cleaned and it's kind of impossible to, I can get a toothpick and maybe that'll help, but yeah, I don't know. It's better than it was, and that's all that matters to me. But now that everything is all clean, I am trying to decide whether or not I want to put the tomatoes into the garden today. Because we are going to be getting some severe weather later on today, and either they're going to have to come into the garage again, and I don't necessarily want to do that, or put them in the ground, and I don't know if I necessarily want to do that either because I don't know if they're ready for as much weather as we're supposed to be getting. Yeah, so I'm trying to decide on what to do there. So either next you will see me knitting and I didn't put the tomatoes into the ground, or you will see me in the garden and getting those guys in the ground. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I am really going back and forth on this. I can't decide because I want to do what's best for them, and I don't want them to get hurt, but I don't know. I'll decide in a minute though. I'll figure it out. So I made the decision. The little ones are going into the ground. Also, this little guy has tomato flowers on it. I don't know if I'm gonna leave those or not because I don't think I want it to make any tomatoes yet. But yeah, they're going in the ground. This is the biggest of the 3 that I have left. Also, clovers. This is one that I planted the other day. Those are the 2 that I still have to do. That's the little one that I planted the other day. It's not doing very well, but it does have a couple of new leaves on it, so I still have hope. And then that's the other little one that I planted the other day, and that one's doing really well. And amazingly enough, the ones that I just cut and stuck directly into the ground are doing okay. I think they might actually, like, take. This is kind of crazy. That one might not. I'm sorry, a wasp scared me. But these 2 are actually doing better than I thought. But yeah, let me get these 2 in the ground real quick. The neighbor just turned on their lawnmower, so if you hear background noise, that's what that is. But I have one of the tomatoes here. It's next to one of the ones that I put into the ground. That's the first one that I just showed you. And then the other one is over here. So yeah, good luck, little ones. I would give them water, but it's gonna rain a lot tonight, so I think they'll be fine. The garden is officially planted and it's very exciting. There's gonna be a tomato garden this year, and of course chives. We always have the chives, but again, these guys take care of themselves. I haven't shown you them yet because they haven't been doing too good, but these are the other tomatoes that I propagated the same day as the ones that are outside in the garden that don't have the roots that I just showed you. But these guys weren't doing well a few days ago, and now all of a sudden sudden they're doing really well. I don't know what's going on. This piece doesn't look like it's gonna make it, but the rest of them are, and I don't know, but I'm very grateful about it because yeah, now they're super healthy again. I have been trying to remember what was the last thing I recorded, but I can't remember. I know it was in my room, but I can't remember what it was. I know you'll know because you just saw it. It hasn't been that long since I last talked to you, but I guess it has been. It's been a few hours. It just feels like a really long time. Today has been nice and slow, and I was able to get so much done, and it's been really nice. All of my plants are all cared for. My room is clean. I even organized my closet a little bit, which feels really good. I did all my normal other daily things. It was just like, yeah, it's been a very productive day. Obviously, I'm not changing the yarn color. It is still on the orange one, and does that mean today is a tie with the other yarn colors? Is this one not row 9? I forget already. I just counted yesterday and I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, today's the 9th day, so we have a 3-way tie now. And I think it's going to be bigger than the other days because I do not think that tomorrow is going to be changing yarn color. I think it's going to be very much in the same orange color. Oh, that's what the last thing I talked to you guys about was. It was the tomatoes over there that have actually started looking better. That's what it was. I knew there was something else besides being outside in the garden. And by the way, the little tomatoes seem to be doing okay. The weather has not gotten here quite yet, even though I thought it should have been. It hasn't like rained much. It's just kind of been a very light rain, which is nice. So it hasn't been like too intense for the little ones at least, but I am still glad that I was able to get the little guys into the earth. And I didn't show you the little maple tree today. I completely forgot, but the little one is still on the table where all of the tomatoes were. It's just all by its little self. I put it in some shelter just in case the weather does get kind of crazy, so it will be okay, but it is still technically outside. And it's doing really well, which is very exciting. It pretty much looks exactly the same as last time I showed you it. Oh, and try to remind me tomorrow. Hopefully I'll show you. You know my ficus tree well, I have 2 ficus trees. One's the red one, or ruby, whatever it is, and then the other one's the really tall one that's growing super fast. That one is definitely really tall now. I'll show you that one as well because it is crazy how much it has grown. But the little tiny one that hasn't had a new leaf in almost a year, I think I got it almost a year ago. That one finally has a new leaf. I wanted to show you it today, but I'll try and remember to show you it tomorrow. I know it's a very silly thing to get so excited about, but you know, a plant that I didn't think was still alive, and it wasn't growing at all for an entire year, finally has a new leaf, and it's a very exciting thing to happen. Anyway, I am going to finish knitting real quick, do the rest of this row. It's only a little tiny bit, and then I will do the other one and show you what the blanket looks like for today. Last couple stitches, and then I am all done knitting today. I just was enjoying the quiet because it is raining. It's just so soft and so gently. It's very relaxing. But here is the blanket for today. It is officially tied in this section with this orange section that we just had. And this, it's really hard to show you because the lighting makes it look like the 2 greens on either side of it, but from here to here in between my fingers is all blue. So it's officially tied with those 2 sections, and now we have a 3-way tie on this blanket, and I think it is going to be broken tomorrow because I'm pretty sure it's going to be orange again. I don't think it's going to be a different color. And also, this is what the entire blanket looks like for today. It's still not getting heavy, by the way. I thought when it reached this point, it would be pretty heavy to hold up, but it is very, very light. Like, as you can see how light it is, you can see my arm through it and everything. Like, this is my arm's shadow behind the blanket. So you can see how it's very lightweight, but I still expected it to be a little bit heavier to hold up. I don't know, I guess it's just not yet. You never know when you're knitting things if something's gonna be super heavy or super light, I guess. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. It was a little bit unexpected. I was definitely not planning on getting the rest of the tomatoes planted in the garden today. Honestly, I was kind of waiting for a sunny and warmer day to do it, but the weather decided for me that it was absolutely time to get those little ones in the ground. I'm also amazed that the little propagation, or I guess cuttings, that I took from the tomato that don't have any roots and have not like experienced the sunlight ever. I'm amazed that those are still doing okay. I think they might actually take, which is crazy. I absolutely did not think that they would, but I'm very excited that they are. And the garden has officially begun. It is completely planted. I'm excited to see how many tomatoes, because that's really all that's out there this year except for the chives. Hopefully it's gonna be a lot of them, even though I don't know what we're gonna be doing with that many tomatoes. I'm sure we'll be able to find out something to do with them if we get a ton, of course. We might not get any, and that's perfectly fine too, because this is definitely a year of me learning how to do this, because I've never done anything like this with the garden. I've only ever gotten like pre-grown plants and put them in the garden. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed your day today, no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you had a good day, and I will see you tomorrow for the next video. What am I doing tomorrow? I am not sure, so we will figure it out tomorrow, but I am looking forward to spending some of the day with you. Yeah, with that, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you later.